Aboria bola ria bola ia da bola ia bola ia bola. In the name of Padre Camora, Padre Irene, Padre Sibila, Padre Salvi, I summon thee, Marco Isaac.
Oh,
Hey,
Kuya!
hi.
hi, hi.
Welcome back from the dead. How was your
Yeah,
death
good to be
experience?
back. Yeah, it's like pretty good actually.
I really
Do
wanted
you
to do
believe?
that part.
Yeah,
I
no,
forgot to
that's
wear
not
the
good.
robe. I forgot to wear the robe. I'm actually
Okay,
feeling
you're gonna
myself.
commit the part.
I
We're
mean,
not. But like
try making it
that
convincing.
that made me think. Now, like, what kind of afterlife do you believe in? Do you believe in like reincarnation? You believe we'll go to hell, go to heaven? You believe we'll turn into like a worm in our next life if we're not good in this life?
Dude, I cannot sleep with the thought that there's nothing after this.
There's nothing after.
The
So
only way I can sleep is I gaslight myself into believing that heaven and hell exists, even though I would probably go to hell. Like,
yeah.
honestly, let's be honest here. Between you and me, I might be the one to go to hell. Honestly.
Mm, I know about that one. No, but like when
What
you
do you mean by
say
that?
like
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, Ben, but like I feel like okay here. What do you describe as nothing when like after
Black.
this?
Black. Because, honestly, atheists, as much as I hate them, they have like a reasonable like explanation that like when you die there's nothing, straight up nothing.
Yeah, but like what is nothing? It's like
Just
asking a
black.
blind person. It's
Yeah,
like what
it's
do you
like
see?
yeah,
It's what do you see? You say
nothing.
black and they're like it's not black
Yeah,
and we're
that
like
that kind of
how do you know
shocks
what?
me.
And then I ask, do you know what black even looks like? Because like what is nothing? Because you can't see that. It's like you can't do nothing.
It's an interesting topic because I know there are actually like blind people
Yeah,
who used to be blind, people who used to be blind
yeah.
and then regained their vision.
Uh-huh.
And then when people ask them, "What did you see previously when you back when you were blind?" They said nothing, but it's not exactly black.
Yeah, like what
It's
does
really
that
weird.
mean? Back in the
Either had,
yeah.
but the thing is, it depends because some people don't turn unblind. You know, they don't get that operation to not become blind anymore.
What what do you mean?
I mean,
What?
because of their condition, maybe like the people who recover from blindness are different. They have like a different
Oh,
condition
okay,
from
okay,
people
okay, okay.
who have blindness that they just can like not see anymore. Like
Yeah, or
like people who just had like their eye taken out.
uh
Do they just see black or do they see nothing? But the thing is,
uh
what is nothing? What is the color
yeah.
of
What is,
nothing?
yeah, like what is nothing? Back in the like afterlife thing, like what do you believe?
I believe there's as a Roman Catholic, I believe in the Christian God. So I
Christian
believe
God. All right.
there's a heaven and hell.
Okay.
I like one of the theories because well a theory is that apparently when you die everyone goes to heaven.
No
That's a
matter
theory.
what.
That's a
Yeah.
theory. That's a theory
Yeah. Yeah.
because that cements God as like a really loving God. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
no
That
one's
makes
going
sense.
to
Oh
heaven or
yeah.
hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought it was a solid theory. But probably since it is stated in the Bible, there's a reason maybe like the hell part
Mm.
shouldn't
Yeah.
like not exist. You know, it should
Yeah.
exist.
But I also kind of believe that because you know how many like stories of people saying that they like experienced like some like
Near death,
staircase or like yeah near
near
death and
death.
like this like a staircase of like light or like God spoke to them. There's like this popular movie. It's where like this girl like fell down a tree, hit her head. She had like a terminal condition and it had no cure. And apparently she spoke to God during the time she was out, and she was like magically cured. And like the girl still like I think is alive till this day, as well as like people like having a common near death experience of being in a hospital bed, but then they see a staircase and then they're like God's like, oh, do you want to live? And then they're like, yeah, and then they come back to life. But there's also like there's also experiences where people are like describing their past lives. They're like, oh, where's my friend John from the Fifth Legion? And then their parents are like, what are you talking about? Who's John from the Fifth Legion? And then when they search it up, it's like, oh, there's like a John from the Fifth Legion. How does my 5-year-old son know this? So I don't know what to believe, honestly. But like I kind of believed in like the reincarnation like theory for a bit. What do you think? You're just like standing there. Did you lag out? I can't tell if you lagged out. No, I didn't lag out. Okay. Scene wasn't moving, so I'm like, did this guy actually lag out?
Um,
Scene was like still. Yeah.
Honestly, with the reincarnation thing, I also kind of like half believe it, but like I don't think I
Yeah.
fully believe in it, just because I don't know, because it's more so based on the fact that deja vu.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what a deja
Everyone knows
vu
deja
is,
vu.
but
Yeah,
like there's a
yeah.
difference. There's a deja vu and deja revu. I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea what that. I have no idea what that is.
Deja vu is like
No,
you've
no,
been in
deja
this
revu.
you've been in this place before.
Yeah, I know
Deja
deja vu.
revu is like
Okay.
seeing the thing in advance, and then like you're there in that place where you dreamt of.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which is weird because I thought I was special for
Yeah.
having those kinds of like experiences. I swear I thought I was special. I was like, maybe I'm not as in like special, as in like just to clarify. I said
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had like powers and stuff back when I was like
Yeah, yeah.
8, because I had these like visions, not exactly visions, but like I had like an image. I would remember them, like I would be sleeping and then I wake up, then I'd have like a sort of vision wherein I see like a still of like the future,
Yeah.
and what apparently also I seeing is like a fraction of a second of like something, and
Mm.
either later in that day or tomorrow, I would apparently experience that same still. I would like imagine this. I had like a dream, and then I wake up. I saw myself like looking at my phone like this. And then like a day later, I go to the bathroom, and then I look at my phone like this, like the same thing that I had a dream of, or like a still image of, which is so weird. And I swear I keep having these. I still have these to this day. Like actually, I think I had one yesterday. Yesterday, I finished the video, right? And we still have the CVs for science, right? So while I was making the CVs for science, please don't tell me you haven't finished the CVs.
CVs?
Curriculum vitae, Marco.
What is that? What?
I don't worry, the deadline's still like May 15. What day? What May is it?
Today's 8. Wait, what is that? Side note, side topic. What is that?
Remember the computer presentation, the one where
Oh,
you
and
had
then
like
oh,
a
then at the end it
handout.
would have like every like
Yep.
member.
Yep.
You need it for the IP?
Yes. Yes, Marcus. Marcus, you need it for the IP, Marcus.
Isn't that the title page? This is the title page.
Check science in MS Teams right now. You'll see the file for curriculum vitae. Anyways, while you deal with that,
Continue, yeah.
while I was
Sorry.
making the IP curriculum vitae, while I was making that, I felt something weird. Like the events starting to happen. Like something's about to happen. Because previously, a day before that, I had like a dream of like typing stuff into my laptop, like info, and then like taking a picture of myself. You need a picture for the IP CV, by the way. And then suddenly, as when I felt that feeling, 3 seconds later, boom, that's me typing on a keyboard and then taking a picture. It's really weird. Like I experienced that moment beforehand, and then I'm experiencing it now,
Kuya, that's called deja vu.
in which I can't get it out of my head. It keeps happening. Like it when I wake up, I've had the same vision. then I probably forget about it for the rest of the day. Then later on, I would experience that same vision. It's such a weird phenomenon, and I swear it's true. Like I actually did have these visions. Like it's not my brain telling me, "Oh, you had these visions and now you're experiencing them." That you're actually a superhuman experiment from like the 1990s. No, I swear on my life, I 100% experienced these like
Mm-hmm.
visions, and the fact that I'm experiencing them makes me believe that there's something unexplainable happening.
Uh,
Just 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 my just my 2 cents, because the fact that it's not only me but other people are experiencing it makes me believe that there's something else, like to go back to that topic from episode 2, the Matrix, out of the
oh,
Matrix,
yeah, 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 yeah.
have you researched into that? I don't know.
Oh, the Matrix. No, I've not. I've not.
Funny, look, it's just the Matrix is like basically a theory where we're all in a simulation, you know
Oh, okay.
so I believe this could tie in with the afterlife theory. We're probably just like bits of code, and we already have like our stuff predetermined, which is also like God's plan. Like God
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
what's
okay,
gonna
yeah.
happen to us, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that we already have God's plan laid out. It's already happening. We can't stop it. It's like a like there,
Timeline. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's like a fixed timeline, and then I don't know, some glitches happen, and then you suddenly experience that part of the timeline in advance. Yeah,
Oh.
it's which is why the simulation theory and why like God's plan is so believable, because it does have prove like some explanation, but the thing is it's not like
Yeah, it's not.
objectively true,
Yeah.
subjectively true, because it fits, it's thematically perfect. But
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear you out. And like
Honestly,
with the yeah.
what I do love about CL, because I'm not a CL hater. I actually do like CL.
Okay.
Christian, for those who don't know, Christian living. It's just God, subject of God. We're talking about Jesus and values and ethics and morals. What I
Yeah.
like about that is that you are free to like express your thoughts about these kinds of things. Like, is
Yeah.
God's plan for you? For you, when you think of God's plan, what do you think? What do you think that is? What does God's plan mean? Like, not the Drake song. Drake is a
Yeah.
certified pedophile. Okay.
Okay. God's plan. When I hear it, when I think about it, yeah. Honestly, the first thought, the Drake song. Second thought, like a timeline
Kuya, should I eat the rubber
of like
food?
my life, or like
Should I
what
eat the
what
rubber
what
food?
God thinks is like best for me, or like what's best for
Momo?
the timeline or the
Chocolate.
simulation.
I ate.
Because like with your simulation theory, sure I believe it, but like when I think about it
You believe
deeper,
it?
no, no, I
You
said
said
that.
you said you believe it. No,
Oh,
whatever.
I
Go.
said did. Okay,
Go.
whatever. Okay, now. If I did, if I did like, should I believe it? And like the deeper I thought about it, like the more I don't believe it. It's not that I find loopholes or I find crap. I don't know. It just doesn't stick with me. And like God's plan thing, sure, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I do believe that there's a God up there and like He has a plan for
Kuya,
us.
this is so
But I feel like
OP.
it's only to that extent. And I don't know about the Matrix theory that you said earlier. But yeah. Speaking about speaking about that.
But actually,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I don't believe God's plan is like predetermined.
What do you mean?
God's plan is never specifically mentioned in the Bible, as far as I know. It
Yeah, but
just
you
says
see it
like
in
God's plan
sources.
is He works in mysterious ways. But the thing is, if God's plan for you is already predetermined, then what's our free will? You know, because we had free will since Adam and Eve. You know, with
Uh-huh.
Eve biting the apple and Adam biting the apple, and then the serpent forever damning them to
Makes sense,
mortality.
yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
That's how our free will came to be. I sound like a smartass, but I might be getting like so much stuff wrong, because
No, no,
I've
I mean
never
it
read
makes
the Bible.
it sounds like it makes
Okay,
sense.
look, I've never read the Bible. I've only read stuff about the Bible, not the Bible itself. Just to clarify. So take everything I say with like a pinch of salt. Anyways, it's never specifically mentioned, but what is mentioned is that we do have free will. It is
Yeah.
incredibly implied. But God's plan, I think that's more of like a human thing.
Oh,
Because
like
it's
what
what we
people
infer
do.
from like God works in
Yeah.
mysterious ways. But I believe that God's plan is not actually predetermined. You know?
Mm.
Because ever since we've had free will, if God's plan is predetermined, it contradicts that. So,
Mhm.
let's say I have free will, but like, let's say I'm an NPC and I have free will, but my creator already has like a story planned out for me. Do I still have free will? That doesn't make sense, right?
Mhm.
So, like, in a way, I do believe that God's plan is that there is no plan. Shocking.
There's nothing the secret.
Great. Yeah. So.
There's no plan for you. And God's plan is, laid out in front of you in Christianity, if you just believe in Christianity. And then God has a place for you. God has everything set out for you. But if you don't, you have the free will to believe and not to believe. You know, that's what I think what God's plan is.
Uh,
It's like
honestly.
a big, it's just a concept that there's like no real thing to it. Man, my piece. Go. You turn. What do
I
you
mean,
think?
what I think about. I mean, yeah. Your explanation seems fine. This feels like a CL lesson. Feels like a
Yeah,
makeup class. I missed. Sorry for being absent for 1 day, sir. I'm sorry. But like,
Okay,
interesting
my dear
topic,
friends, my dear friends. You heard about the God's plan, my dear friends? For context, we had a very not good SEAL teacher for a quarter, a half quarter, mind you, and the
Oh, oh
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
got kicked from the school, and then we got replaced by our original SEAL teacher, in which he did a much better job. He summarized the entire third quarter in like 2 days.
Like one set. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why it took him so
Nice.
long. For context, more context,
You know,
just
what you guys even
some fun
learn.
facts. Oh yeah, I forgot. Marco's not here to
Yeah,
experience that.
like, thankfully I got OCL teacher.
We
Yeah.
didn't learn much, and honestly, we experienced much. We had
Oh.
discussions, and those discussions were entertaining, but and insightful. But is it is anything going through my brain? No, honestly, no.
Yeah, you guys, painted on
When
eggs.
he was let me
Great.
finish my piece. When he was there, what he did, entered the room. When he entered the room, I was already around like some people there, around some girls, around some people who were popular around the
Shit,
school.
you're around girls. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I know you talk to girls. Okay.
Around my classmates.
Mhm.
Uh, so what essentially was going on is that people have been hearing rumors from senior high that this guy was it's not it, you know. I've been hearing some like really mean words like maniac or I don't know, like just wild. Let's say I don't know what's the Filipino equivalent to wild. So with that in mind, um, I was kind of like expecting it to be false because like the hell are they talking about? Why are they talking so mean about a teacher? But it also felt real because it was not just one student who was like lying. It was like other students, and I before that before that CL period, like when let's say like my Filipino teacher left. Let's say I don't remember the subject before CL. My Filipino teacher left. When she left, everyone was talking about like who about this new teacher. Like, should I mention his name?
Don't, no, no.
Let's have a
Don't
code
make
name. Let's have a code name.
good. Let's call him
Toilet.
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 I'm not hyped. No. Continue.
I'm
By the way,
I'm gonna call him Toilet.
you are sidetracking so much. You're explaining this whole thing just because of like one joke you did. You have to
Did
like
we not
explain.
finish the previous topics?
Yes, yes. So like you did one joke, and then you're like, okay, let me tell you the origin of this one joke.
No, no, no. Seriously, is it like we're on a new topic now? We
Yeah, I
we did
guess.
the we did the afterlife thingy. Look,
Yeah,
Marco
yeah.
believes in the Christian God. I believe in the Christian God. Boom, that's it. Marco believes about reincarnation. I don't believe in reincarnation. Boom, that's it. I believe there's something going on weird in this world and that we're not really 100% natural. Marco kind of believes that, but doesn't believe in the simulation part. Boom, that's it. I don't believe in the simulation part in like the thing. We're
Yeah,
all in
but
a simulation because
I was gonna,
I don't know, but it does seem a bit plausible. I'm just introducing the theory. Boom,
I
that's
was
it.
gonna
That was
like,
the topic. No?
dude, I was gonna start with a new one because speaking of the deja vu one, it's like the dream thing. So now I was gonna talk about dreams because like it was fascinating, and then you did
Then
it.
that's not the next. That's the next topic.
You did I see out. You did I see out. You
I don't know because
sidestepped.
I love. Honestly, I did
Go on
love
though.
CL every
It
single
is funny. It is
because
funny. Go on.
because
Go
when
on.
you have the opportunity to talk in CL, it is so entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Go
I
on.
can
Go on.
freely yap. There's a yap free zone. No one's gonna crucify you for just yapping and talking. In which,
Uh-huh.
thank goodness, you know.
Go on. Go on. You're
Okay.
at
Let me just cut this short because Marco wants a new topic.
No, no, no.
Look,
No,
I've been hearing
no.
rumors about this teacher when he entered, and then he was super energetic, and then I was like, that wasn't so bad. He was also kind of funny. Next day, same attitude, kind of funny. Then let's skip to next week, wherein he was doing like a introduction for our PT, the egg painting thing, the one that Marco mentioned, in which I could have revealed. But anyways,
How's it,
so
PT?
yeah, that was a major PT. That was a
What?
lot of our grade. Yeah, straight up.
Okay.
Here's the scenario. I will explain this in depth. You have one day to make an egg. You get an egg, you paint it. It should represent you. It should look like you. So what I did is make my egg and make it look like me. My egg broke at first, and then I rushed the second one, and it turned out I like the second one more. So you know, just a quick thing. And then the second day, we had to make an egg. It was about explaining family virtue, like unity, I think. I don't know. Yeah, but it's something about like unity or like prosper goodness in the world. We made a painting on the egg, a second egg. About that, we just painted that. We could take it home. Marco saw me making my egg during this. I was like scribbling like my colored pencil. You saw that, Marco, right? Thank you for your input. Um, when we made that, after the eggs were finished, they were placed in front of like the board. And below them were like empty bottle caps, right? Just to make them stand. Essentially, what was going on every single week, except for lunch and dismissal, he would go around the classroom and try to find for the opportunity to steal the eggs. That was the entire PT. Our PT was to defend him from our eggs. That's it. I Now looking back at it, I do see the point because what we were talking about was family, you know, family love and how we care for like our children, each other, yada yada. I found it ridiculous, but I found it extremely fun. No other teacher was doing this. That's why I love CO so much because it's such like a it's like a it could be like the most boring thing ever or like the weirdest thing ever. You know? So we had to defend our eggs from our teacher. It sounds predatory, in which was actually one of the rumors surrounding him was that he was a predator. He was targeting girls and stuff. Favoritism. I saw the favoritism part because, you know, he was picking like girls, which is really weird, and like one guy just to make it seem like he wasn't targeting a girl. So I saw this favoritism part, but I do not know about these two. I kind of felt bad because like, you know, what happened was that in the consecutive weeks, one day he called a student for like being fat, made like some fat jokes and stuff, and in which he got a really, really bad like rep after that. Like everyone hated him. I had my reputation of him like lower down after that. I was like, okay, maybe the things that the others are saying about him were right. And then I'll call this next part the pen incident. So basically, it was CL period. And we finished the PT. We successfully defended our eggs. We did not get any of our children stolen from us, right? So, he was checking our eggs, and we brought our eggs to him. You know, not everyone though. We stopped at, I forgot his student number, but we stopped at a different Marcus than you. Let's call him Marcusi. Yeah, Marcusi.
Marcusi?
Marcusi was about to be checked, like from his ex. It was just like just normal checking, but like the entire time, Sir,
You're an idiot. Just really
cut. The entire time that Sir Toilet was checking the eggs, he was like in a rush, and those who were not able to present their eggs instantly were immediately crossed out. That's serious. He was stressed and he was
Wait.
rushing. I don't know why though. Let me continue.
Uh-huh.
Marcusi went and got his eggs checked, and he went to Sir. He went to Sir Toilet. He went to Sir Toilet, and essentially, he got egg checked and he was joking around in front of the classroom. It was just harmless jokes, and everyone was laughing. Everyone was having a fun time because at that moment, like people were trying to get close to him to just like establish a bond or connection. Just because, like, even though there were rumors around, like our class, entire class, did not believe him. Like not everyone in our class believed those rumors. So others tried to like hear him out, hear his side of the story. Maybe he's just misunderstood. So what happened is I was telling jokes, all in good faith, by the way. They weren't that disrespectful. And then suddenly, I don't remember the joke, but it was just some regular joke. He got really mad all of a sudden. He was like, "I will not take that disrespect." Went out of the classroom, zoomed to the principal's of the, what do you call this? The place where the teachers are gathered, the faculty, and grabbed written warning B. Everyone was talking about the. As soon as he left, everyone was talking about it. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what's about to happen? Is Marcus C gonna get a written warning?" And in fact, he was. He was about to get a written warning because while we were talking about it, everyone was like shocked and like astonished at this moment because we've never seen anything like this. As soon as he stormed back into that classroom, we saw it. He was holding a category B written warning. And he told everyone, and everyone went quiet as soon as he entered. And he called Marcus up to like sign it. Sign this. Right? And rightfully, Marcus C was mad because the others were like, that joke wasn't even that bad. Like, because Marcos was like very close with some teachers, and they've established like a like makulit itong student ko na band, and what during that joke time it was like some regular like small punch jabs and stuff. It's not disrespect, honestly, but it wasn't. But like maybe something happened during that because I did mention that Sir Toilet was like in a rush and like was looked a little bit stressed. So when Marcos E came up to Sir Toilet and signed the written warning, he did I don't know, like a light sign of aggression, you know? It wasn't that bad though. Like I'll give you an example. In my bed croak, I didn't fart. I'll give you an example. Let's say this is my pen.
Mhm.
I signed the written warning. Diba, you know those pens with like a button? If you press the button, the pen thing will like go out. I'm too.
Yes.
I do not
You're
bother to know the name.
Yeah, but yeah.
So, write it, and
Yeah,
then, you know, you could have just closed the pen normally. But what he did, was this. He pulled the pen upside down, boom, slammed it on the table. It wasn't that loud,
Kuya.
but apparently Sir was so offended by that that he stormed out again. And that shocked us even more because he before he left, he said category C good. Category C. Boom. He
Kuya.
was about to get a category C written warning.
Rane. Of
So
the
what was happening is that when he left, everyone was talking about it. Everyone was like shocked. Like the conversation back then compared to now, it was like much louder. It was like, oh my gosh, dude, Marco C is gonna get a written warning. Oh my gosh. I looked at other people. They were like, their eyes were so wide. It was such a like a pivotal moment, and I couldn't believe personally. I couldn't believe what was happening because we've never had like an incident like this. We've never had like a teacher mad at us, except for that one time in AP. But let's not go into that.
So, don't
S-
sidetrack there.
So while we just were astonished at the moment that was unveiling upon us, um,
Uh-huh.
I got the timeline of events wrong. When Sir Toilet left, he called Marcusi to follow him. Sorry about that. So they both left. They both left the premises. And I know one of you guys told me about this because one of you guys saw him and Sir Toilet leaving in the campus, like walking around. Because they were headed to the principal's office. To the principal. But like the principal wasn't available, so they only had Sir T, which is
Oh,
here,
okay.
right?
Yeah. I
So
know.
Sir T, that was the situation, and rightfully so. Marcusi didn't get a written warning.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Just the
Good
entire
job.
incident was just shocking, like straight up. And after that incident, we never saw it again. I mean, the next week we never saw him again.
Something.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it feels like, from my point of view, that this has been a long time thing. It's been going for a while. You know, like this is not the first incident because let me remind you, this was third quarter. So in the first two quarters, he was in senior high. So imagine that. What happened during his time in senior high?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was when he transferred to junior high on third quarter that things changed, and
Yeah.
that then we had the pen incident. Did I call it the pen incident? Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
it
just call
did,
it the
did,
pen
yeah.
incident. In which the pen incident occurred, and boom, gone from the school like that, gone.
I think I think he also like got
also
expelled because of
aircon na.
like parents were like complaining
Kuya, can you
as
close the
well.
aircon now?
Parents were like going to the principal about it and talking about the other like crap about what he did, especially like the girls. Like with some stories that I've been hearing about Sir Toilet, I feel like some of them were like overreacting. I don't wanna I don't wanna say that, blah blah blah.
I
Sometimes
wholeheartedly agree with you, wholeheartedly.
sometimes like come on guys. He just come on. I mean, I'm not the one who got violated, so I don't have any right. Okay, I don't have any right to say anything. But like from a outsider perspective, sometimes it's just overacting just a bit. And thankfully, we didn't. My section didn't experience this teacher, and only section C, D, and E did. I was section B, so they experienced anything. But yeah,
And also, I
you
want to
know,
mention that you've never been there, so
yeah, I've never been there. The thing I saw, like, I think the incident going down when I saw your president with Sir Toilet. You guys were like they were like talking outside the classroom. And I'm like, oh, what happened? And then I saw Marcusi inside the room. I think I'm not so sure. But like, yeah, it's kind of it. Speaking about that, I never saw Sir Toilet like in senior high prior to like him going to us in third quarter.
I've actually seen him around the campus
I have not.
prior to third quarter.
Maybe I
Just
just like don't pay attention to like the faces, but I have not seen a prayer.
Well, I also want to add on this fact. I really did not want to like go in with the rumors. I tried to give this
Same,
all
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
second
I did.
chance because
Yeah, same. I did not.
the way he acted like around me was fine, but like the things I'm not the target here, so of course I'm gonna be fine. But like it's his recent behavior that is just suspicious. Honestly, if the rumors weren't there, his behavior would have seemed normal up until he told some fat jokes about a student, and then the pen incident. Until those two events, he was pretty normal,
Oh,
honestly. Like I didn't understand any of the rumors that were spreading around. But like, as soon as
yeah.
those two moments happened, um, you know, maybe some of what they were saying were true, and the pen incident just like ruined his reputation. He cannot go back from that. Not at all.
Dude, do you know like he made the president of D like cry?
I've heard about.
Yeah, like
I've heard about that. The entire
yeah.
but do we really want to expand on this topic?
No. We're whole like talking about this like CL teacher. Well, like we started off on afterlife, and then we just started to like what the hell
Oh.
just become. But yeah, let's go back to our actual podcast like topics and not this.
Oh, I forgot to introduce the audience. May Bulai. Okay.
You know,
Go on.
we never really like introduced ourselves.
Do
We
we
kind of
have
started.
to? Do we
We
have to
started.
put?
We
Look, I
started.
unlisted the
Yeah.
crosslink special. For those who are wondering what the video we were
Oh.
talking about in the first episode was, I made an hour and a half long goodbye special. It was like a goodbye
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
to a server that we're both in, and
Uh,
it was a really good video. That's why we dedicated an episode about it. It's called moviemaking.mp4. You should check it out. Um, what
okay.
what the thing is, I had to unlist it from the public and only accessible by links because it had our full names in it.
Yeah, we saw about like other real life people, so we couldn't get that.
Yeah, that too.
Also,
Because we did not have the data privacy consent
if we did
form.
if we did release that, the viewers like wouldn't know what we're talking about. You're like, oh yeah, Marco, you know about this scene? This scene was so difficult. Yeah, this scene was so difficult. What scene?
So that
Like,
first episode, I would consider that for like the ones that have watched it. And the
yeah.
second part of that episode as like, just some podcast stuff like with the girls. I swear we talked about girls.
We did not talk about.
You said there was no gay girls in Coas BR.
Oh, that was part of the episode. I thought we just like talked about that like one on one. With like no recording. That's what I meant. With no recording.
You're wrong. So here's our next topic. Marco doesn't care about the server.
I did not say that. Here's our next topic:
What's our next topic?
dreams.
Oh, like
Alright.
by Fleetwood Mac.
Dreams. So like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like an interesting concept because you know like some dreams they can be like perceived as like future messages like oh if your teeth fall out in your dream someone's gonna die in the future, or if like you're getting chased by someone in your dream that means you're running away from a problem, etc. But there's other times where like in dreams, damn, I'm gonna slap you.
Did I look a little bit creepy when I did that?
You look like you have a cyst in your eye. You do not look creepy.
Uncanny Valley.
No. And then there's these like times where there'd be like incidents where people would see like the same like face in a dream. You know those stupid like videos on YouTube?
Have you seen this man? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that guy in my dreams. I actually have a dream
Have
about
you?
it, but if you
Really?
just give me the opportunity later. Later, I'll talk about it later.
I mean,
Finish
we're
your
on
point.
topic now. You can You can
I've been
elaborate.
yapping for so long about that Sir Toilet story. Come on, are you sure? Sure, fine. I'll make this one quick though,
Go for it. Go for
because
it.
it was kind of a short dream.
Go.
It's really weird. My dreams can be short, but like a 30-second clip, and then that's apparently 8 hours in real time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Anyways, so here's the situation. I was in a bar. It was like neon. If you might not know this, but there's a band called TV Girl, and it had like pink and blue like lighting. It was like that kind of lighting. It was like neon lighting, but like not so neon lighting. Like the bar was just colored pink and white, like all around pink and white, and it was pretty dark.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I was looking at the bar like this. I don't know why. I specifically remember this part because I remember looking at the bar like sideways. I'm inside the bar. I'm looking at the table like this, and then a guy calls up to me like, and then hey, are you gonna order something? And then when I look up, it's the guy from the stupid Have You Seen This Man in Your Dreams? And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I was like, oh shit, it's him. And then you know how stuff in your dreams form because of your thoughts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah,
when I
maybe-
when I got alarmed, just a slight alarm from the fact that he's in my dream,
Oh, okay.
my brain went into fight or flight mode, and I chose flight because I'm a was like that. And
We know.
I started thinking about scary stuff, and then
Oh yeah.
when I started
yeah.
thinking about like, oh crap, why am I thinking about this? In dream I was like, oh crap, what was I thinking? Why am I thinking about this? In dream, I stood up from the bar immediately and like started to like prepare to run away, and then the most terrifying scene happened because of my own hubris. The guy from the Have You Seen This Man in Your Dreams started standing up and running towards me like full sprint.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
and like the in retrospect, it's super funny now because I remember in my dream I was like scared like S word less, like running away from him.
Yeah.
I remember him like chasing me with like his face like not moving,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
from the like
I
from
was about to
like the
mention
picture like a
that. It's
picture like a JPEG.
A JPEG and splashed it on his face. Yeah, like running at you, and like slightly smiling.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I do it right now, it does look kind of creepy because imagine if someone's running at you full speed and then he's just like,
Like imagine, just like smiling, or like, have you ever like experienced like getting chased, and instead of you're the one screaming, they're the ones screaming in fear.
wait, they're screaming in fear because they're chasing me?
I don't know, but they're the ones screaming.
Oh,
They're the
but
ones
they're the ones
sounding scared
Oh, that's the
while they're
thing.
chasing you.
That's the thing. I think that's a much scarier thought.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
scary
why.
'cause, like, why are you screaming?
Yeah, it's like a
Why
good
are
twist.
you
Like, why are you screaming?
Why?
Why am I not screaming? Why are you screaming?
Do you see yourself in glasses in your dreams, or do you see yourself as like no?
I wear.
Glasses
I feel glasses on my
in your
dreams.
dream?
Like I wear
Oh.
glasses. I have the feeling because
Yeah,
it's
like,
engraved in my mind because I wear glasses every day. So I
Yeah.
subconsciously have like glasses in my dreams.
Oh.
But when I touch them, they're not there.
Oh, but
Okay.
like, in that dream.
Oh wait. I want to skip this
Yeah.
topic. Let's stop talking about the guy. Have you had lucid dreams?
I was about to get into that. That's you're like interrupting me, but yeah, I was about to get into that. On the
Oh.
lucid dream part, you mentioned that like you thought of something in your dream and then like you ran. Because normally, if it was a normal dream, you just watch everything like play. I cannot like, cannot take it seriously. Whenever I start talking, I start like slowly losing my thoughts. Cause like I have to like look at you. You think we should change
Why
the
aren't you
name of this
talking? Why aren't you talking?
You think we should change the name of this podcast? Last episode.
3 episodes in,
3 episodes
and we
in.
changed the name of the podcast. It would be
Yeah.
funny for like a one-off bit. But why are we changing the entire podcast?
I mean, the whole point of this thing called Pinoy Pride Podcast is to like have a Filipino named podcast. and then it's just gonna be us speaking in English. The last episode, you're butchering every every term. Okay, okay. Back to the dream thing.
But it does cement the name because I made the obligatory Pinoy episode because
Yeah.
it's called Pinoy Pride
Yeah.
Podcast. You know.
Yeah, I was watching it with like Em, and like we couldn't stop laughing, cause like you're just so dumb. And then
But
you kept getting sidetracked, and then the
how
stupid
about
pig
this?
story. Holy shit! What is wrong with you? You sound schizophrenic. I, I hear its voices. It's still here. And then your cousin's like, "Yeah, let's kill the pig." You are in a cold.
Let's kill the pig. I'm dead serious. That's pig story. If you guys are doubting that one, it's true. That pig story, it was 100% true. I tried to make it like a little bit like a segment. I tried to make it quote unquote special. I removed the text. I just called it podcast, and then I titled the episode "The Pig." I don't know. I just felt like the pig story was just I don't know. It was like a result of like
And, like I was like tuning you out for a bit, and then like the next like thing I see is like the pig. And then I'm like, what is he talking about?
we have to
And
stop
then
being self-aware in our podcasts.
we gotta, yeah, we gotta stop. Okay, okay, back to the dream.
But last one. I
Yeah.
remember I talked about food, the pig, and AI. The AI part, I was just straight up running out of ideas because that was the second recording. The first recording was worse.
Yeah, yeah.
If
it
you
was
saw the
that.
first recording, dead serious, it was straight up boring. Not boring, as in like ganon. But I straight up switch topics every 5 minutes. I need someone to ground me. That's why you're here. I need someone to
Yeah.
ground me into the topic because I straight up I could
I
not
need
have
you
done
to
that pig
wait.
story if I didn't like have the mentally outline the stuff that I was gonna talk about. So I had three things to talk about: food, an extension of food with the pig, and AI because I thought it was a cool topic to talk about, and just to round out the video.
Okay. And then you're like,
Lucid
oh,
dreams.
lucid dreams. Okay, okay, wait. The lucid dream part. Whenever I would lucid dream, I try to like figure out more of the world rather than do whatever I want. Cause like when you lucid dream, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go around, fly and crap. When I lucid dream, I try to do stuff that's like not normally done. So I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hurt myself. So one dream, I was in a red prison. I was in a red prison with. I was in a red
Oh,
prison
sorry.
with C, and then CC. Do you know what this is? Underwear company. Okay, now you get it.
Continue.
So I was in a red prison with CC. It was like red lanterns everywhere, and then I suddenly became lucid, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to punch myself. So like I punch myself, but it's like Gojo's infinite void, where like the closer I get, the closer my fist gets to my body, it just like slows down, and I'm like, whoa. And then in another dream, I was in a. I just realized how many times CC appears in my dreams whenever I try to do something.
CC?
CC, yeah.
Why do you keep thinking about underwear in your dreams?
No, the underwear company.
Yeah, but why do you keep thinking about underwear in your dreams?
No, you stupid. I meant the guy, our friend. You know you're so dumb.
I thought you were talking about Calvin
No, it's-
Klein. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Calvin Klein. You can say it's a real company.
I guess, yeah. I would say CC. It's shorter. So, anyways, I was in a cornfield with CC. It was all dark, and he was like, "Follow me out of this cornfield," and I suddenly became lucid. So I'm like, "What if I try to escape the dream?" So what I did is I put both of my hands sideways. I look down and I float, and like I'm in a cross position. After that, I glow and I just wake up. Great. Anyways, Moving
Let
on.
me. Can I tell you about my lucid dream?
Go.
I was a very perverted kid.
Just have lots of wet dreams.
I
Like,
was
oh,
trying to. I was forcing it,
it's a
but
girl
then
in my dream.
no, no. I never had wet dreams because
Hey, okay.
my imaginations are just too, I don't know, innocent. Even with like malicious intent, I just couldn't stop my fucking brain for like thinking about other stuff. So when I actually first had a lucid dream, like I voluntarily made myself have a lucid dream.
Uh,
I I did so. It was like, you know those CS:GO gameplays. I'm not sure if you know this. It's a CS:GO gameplay, and then guys like with a knife and like surfing
I,
around. Oh, you know
uh,
that. All right.
yeah,
So if you know that, I was having a dream about that. I was like, hold up, I'm in a dream. I can do anything I want. So I was saying about girls. You know what? You know
you
what? The
sound
girl
like
I summoned. I
sound like
summoned.
a
If you know
celebrity.
this video, it's a video of Dan TDM in the girlfriend mod
Corporate
review.
mod, that son of
And
a.
then
You just found Jenny.
oh no, not that one, not that one. The girl in the girlfriend mod review from Dan
Uh-huh.
TDM, specifically that girl. I specifically remember this. So I was thinking about girl. I was thinking about that girl, and I was like, no, you can go and make me a sandwich. From that video. So I was thinking about that girl from that video, and I was like, ooh, girl. Oh, from Minecraft. And then I transport myself into Dan TDM's lab. And then there's an iron golem next to me. I was like, iron. And then the iron blocks started forming around me. And then I got sucked into the world and I stopped lucid dreaming. That's how bad I am at lucid dreaming. Because as soon as I get a thought that is just minuscule, I get distracted to the point where I just think about something else entirely. So my mission to have like a wet dream was just completely destroyed because of childhood nostalgia from for Dan TDM.
Your mission was to have a wet dream.
I don't know. I was just trying to see if those truly exist because the concept of a wet dream is so funny to me. You know, imagine you're sleeping and then suddenly you nut. Like think about that. You did nothing, and you nut.
Yeah,
How?
but it's with your thoughts. You think like sexual thoughts. So
How do
like,
you how do you nut from thoughts? So I was trying to see if that was possible. It's like it's like an IP
people-
experiment. Look, it was an IP experiment. I was trying to get myself to nut using my thoughts. Mind you, I was like 15 during this time, so this is like last year. I was trying so hard, but like I was just way too distracted. And I know I'm a minor. I don't know. Wait, why I have to mention that? Look, I just had to see if it worked. And you know, experiment failed because I got distracted. But if it did work, honestly, I don't think it still would have worked. Because
It's like
I don't think someone can just nut from your thoughts.
it's
Well, I don't
it's
think
like
that's how
rolling-
wet dreams work though.
That's it's not.
It's
Like
not?
rolling the no. Okay. What you're trying to compare is like it's like you could nut with your thoughts
How?
using your thoughts. I mean, example like you roll the dice and you think of something like sexual, and that would like turn you on, and then you would nut. But if it's in a lucid,
No.
if it's in a yes,
You could be turned on without nutting.
uh huh. Yes, that's how you start. Then you get turned on first, and then okay. Let's just put
Look,
the topic.
the concept of I'm just gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up. The concept of wet dreams is so stupid. I don't even think it's real. I'm just gonna state like this objectively true thing is just not real. That's one of the things that are completely true
Alright.
and completely happen to people that I just refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. Like Sir Totti being Sir Sir Tommy being Sir Totti, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe it. Even
it's
if
like
even if I saw one myself, I refuse to believe it.
What do you call that? It's like the Mandela effect. Is that what it's called? Where it's like the okay. An example is like the Monopoly man having a monocle, and like in actuality,
He did.
never had a monocle.
He did.
He didn't. He does not.
That's another thing. I refuse to believe that he had a monocle. I'm not even gonna lie. from one of the oldest
Okay, yeah.
Monopoly
One of the oldest
forms.
board
He
games.
did have one.
Yeah,
He
he did have
did.
one.
I did not saw. I as a kid, I was only familiar with like the old one. So I was never familiar with like the board game, the new board game.
Yeah.
I was only
Yeah,
familiar
yeah.
with the old logo. So the fact that people are calling that a Mandela effect, even though it is real. It's just-
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. The Mandela effect. Same with like the butterfly effect, Mandela
Mandela
effect.
catalog.
Kuya. Kuya.
Okay, wait. Last bit before you
Before
move
we
on
end.
to
Black.
no, before the Mandela thing and the butterfly.
Uh
We can end after that. Um I always found it so weird on how we could like skip time through our dreams. Like whenever like I'm like, Mom, it's like a 4 hour drive. I don't want to go. I want to take this long. She's like, oh, sleep, and then you can like travel. You can just like fast travel there. And I'd sleep, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I'm like at the beach now. So it's crazy. Like, you're muted. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, ugh, it's kind of it. Cause like I was hoping to like say that topic and then you would bounce off, but no, like you're
what are you talking about again? Dude, my brother from behind me is just completely disturbing me. I do not remember what you talked about.
and how like you could sleep, you could sleep for
Yeah.
like
Oh, a
8 hours.
time ship. Yeah, yeah.
It's like 5 seconds. That just like blew my mind before. I was like not believe that, right? Yeah, okay. Now
Kuya, sige na.
moving on.
You know,
Mandela effect.
honestly,
Effect.
that I'm fascinated by it.
Uh-huh.
Next one.
Next one. So with the Mandela effect, that like blew my mind as a kid. I'm like,
It's
whoa,
upside down.
there's like these like phenomenon that like people say, oh, it's this, but it actually never became that. And like that blew my mind because so many people saw that, oh, it's this thing, but it never actually became that thing. So how did multiple people believe this? Unless it's a placebo effect, which is another effect where
Huh?
I'm
Oh, sorry, go.
I can't tell if I'm making sense or not. Okay. So with the Mandela effect, I feel like the Mandela effect has like a placebo effect also. Where like, where like the placebo is wrong with you. For the placebo effect would happen where let's say people believe that the Monopoly man had a monocle and then the placebo effect would kick in and people would be like, oh no, he never had a monocle, and they would only say that because other people said they never had a monocle and they're trying to go with the Mandela effect. Whoa.
Just for people who do not know what a placebo effect is, the placebo effect is
I was
where
about to get
you
into
are
it.
you believe
I
a
was about to
certain
get in.
thing because someone told you to. It's like a mass hysteria kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like people saying fire is hot and then everyone believes that fire is hot now. Yeah. And these effects are like what I really got into as a kid besides like other crap. It just really intrigued me for like a long while. And then the butterfly effect. Okay, the butterfly effect I kind of put in most of my CL conclusion like PowerPoint lessons. Okay, putting it like that is kind of weird, but I always have like in my recent years I always put it as like a lesson of like, oh, you woke up 5 minutes late. Because you woke up 5 minutes late, you got into a crash. Because you got into a crash, you have a hospital bill now. Because you have to pay hospital bills, you can't provide for your family, etc., etc. But if you didn't wake up 5 minutes late, you would have gotten to work. You would have gotten promoted. You would have had blah, 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 a successful family. But yeah, it's kind of it. I just find the effects like really interesting. I felt like I was yapping for so long and like it made no sense.
You know the penis effect.
High five. That was so funny. That's so funny.
I'll give my thoughts on each one. The Mandela effect. It was cool at first, but I really got annoyed.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you know this thing was not this thing? It was never that thing. It went from interesting
What is
to
that
just complete
thing?
BS. People
Uh-huh.
are out there telling you that the Olympic colors did not have black in them. Next one, placebo effect. I love this one. I love the placebo effect because it's a real effect that I actually use to my advantage sometimes when I'm sick. It's like, I can get through this. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. And, I just, this thing, I don't know what you call it, but it's a real thing that you can actually do. You
Oh,
can
our
pinch
teacher
this
taught
part
us.
of your hand.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like acupressure.
Yeah, our teacher taught us.
And when you do that, it kind of removes like your dizziness and headaches. And if you just continue to believe that yourself that you're fine, your
Yeah,
symptoms for me at least,
yeah.
they do kind of like lessen. If you
Uh-huh.
gaslight yourself long enough,
It's a
eventually
mind
you'll
trick. It's
get
a
you
mind
get
trick.
better.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's such a mind trick because it's the same thing could happen if you were thinking the opposite. Let's say that you think to yourself that you were sick. You proceed to think
Are you
that you are sick.
serious, Rane?
You eventually become sick.
I can't
Like you actually eventually have dizziness, you have headaches, just because of the belief that your brain's thinking, "Oh, you're sick. Well, I guess I'm sick." And then you turn sick.
Uh,
That's the thing with like sickness because if you're sick and you think you're sick, then you're going to get sick, worse.
yeah.
Whoa. And what was the last effect? The butterfly effect?
Butterfly effect.
I was actually researching about this. I thought the butterfly effect was a pretty fascinating topic.
Uh-huh.
But also, I was kind of getting infuriated by the differences between domino effect and the butterfly effect. Now, let me lecture you guys for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Domino effect is a chain of events that may seem minor at first, but eventually just get bigger. And the thing is, these events are related, like they make sense. But for the butterfly effect are unrelated events that spiral into this big event from just like a small minor event.
Mm.
So let's say from the speech that I gave in the letter, for the letter I gave, I was like, um, this server is just one huge domino effect because it went from naturally us talking to forming a friend group to forming a bigger friend group into the one that we know today. That's a domino effect.
Mhm.
The butterfly effect is me making fun of you for not knowing a lyric and and us being friends because they are completely unrelated events. But they just happen to like funny.
That is not the butterfly effect.
Let me give you a better example. If you were like 5 minutes late and then you got into a car crash and then you wouldn't get a promotion. If you were just not 5 minutes late, you would have gotten into the job interview and you would have gotten promoted.
Yeah, yeah. But what I gave earlier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I understand the example now.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Those
Yeah.
are my thoughts.
I mean, I guess that's it for the
Is our
the
word
weird
quota up? What should we do for the next episode? Should we just shoot each other like right now as a transition to the next one? Saan yung
What are
baril
we
mo?
gonna What are we gonna talk about?
Asan yung baril mo?
What are we gonna talk about for the next one?
Tune in for the next episode. We're gonna talk about girls.
Yeah,
Sigma Nation,
let's-
rise up.
Yeah, 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 let's talk about gun. Wait, let me get a gun. Let me get a gun.
Okay.
I also have a gun here. Hold up.
Alright.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a
Why'd you
moment.
turn off your cam?
So I'm gonna get my gun. It's in my background.
Okay, my brother's cemented as a part of this podcast now. He's just in my background.
The episode.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's kill each other.
Okay, so next episode we're gonna talk about girls, cause we're
Yeah!
both losers. Yeah.
Shut up! You are not in the same league as me. Let's kill each other!
Ready? We can't show this on YouTube. 3, 2, 1. So dumb, dude. So dumb.
Chili healer! We have chili healer hashtag!